Hey everyone, let's make Jamaican fried festival. So first things first, you're going to get your flour. In this recipe here, I've used about 2.5 cups. That's me trying to get the flour out of the bag. So you're going to want to measure that into a bowl. I may have used 3 cups here actually. I'll post the recipe in the comments. So you're going to get that flour into your bowl like so. Next thing you're going to want to do is add in your cornmeal into your bowl. And next you're going to get your sugar. Again, I'm trying to get it out of the bag. And then you're going to add that to your bowl like so. Doesn't need to be so dramatic like me. Next thing you're going to add in your baking powder. This is really important ingredient. Make sure you get it in there. It helps the festival to rise. Next you're going to add in your salt. And then finally you're going to sprinkle in your cinnamon and your nutmeg. I will include portions for this, but I basically just shake it in until something in me tells me to stop. Next, what you're going to do is you are going to mix everything together, all of the dry ingredients. You want to ensure that that gets really incorporated. You want to make sure that the baking powder is evenly distributed through your flour mixture. Next, you're going to get a measuring cup and some milk. In Canada, we have bagged milk. And then what you're going to do is you are going to measure out 1 cup of milk. And then to that milk, you are going to add in your vanilla. And what this is creating is the wet ingredients to add to your flour mixture. So now you are going to add your milk mixture to your flour like so. And then you are going to gradually incorporate it and form your dough a little bit at a time. So when you're adding your milk mixture, don't add it all at once. Add a little bit and keep combining it until your dough comes together. So once you've brought your dough together and it's slightly sticky, it's not too dry, that's when you'll know that it is done, and you will know this by touch. You're going to want to cover it and let it rest for about 30 minutes. Next, you're going to add your oil into your frying pan, and you are going to set your temperature on your stove to between medium, low. That's the sweet spot for me. Next, you're going to take your rested festival dough, like so. You don't have to drop it on the counter like this. It's just for video purposes. Next, you're going to break off a piece of your dough and roll it in between your fingers. If you notice, my rolling motion between my hands is to create that long shape of the festival. So I'm just making sure everything looks nice like this. And then you are just going to repeat this process for the remaining of your dough. So as you can see, I'm rolling it into a ball first in between, and then my motion of my hand changes in order to shape it into that log type shape for the festival. And it doesn't have to be perfect. Some people like to create different shapes for their festivals. This is how I prefer mine. But you can definitely roll it into whichever shape you like them to be. So just continue rolling it out until you've done this with all of your dough. So I'm just showing you the ball there, and then the motion of running it in between my hands. So when you're done, they will all look about the same. They should look like this. And into your hot oil, you are just going to place all of your festival. You don't want to crowd the pan too much. Definitely don't just drop them all in there. You want to make sure that they have enough space so that they can fry evenly. Here I am moving them around with my bare hand. Please don't do that. You can use kitchen tongs like this. So once they've cooked on one side, and you'll know this because you will see the color come about halfway up on the festival, that's when you know it is time to flip and allow the other side to cook. And when you are done, this is what you are left with, a very, very golden brown, pretty, yes, pretty festival. So then what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to remove the festivals and place them on a paper towel lined dish. This will ensure that any of the excess oil from the festival is absorbed, because nobody wants to eat a greasy anything, let alone festival. So I leave them standing up like this. I find that that ensures that all of the excess oil drains out of them. And then this is your final product. You're left with a dish of completely nice, beautiful festival. And when you break them open, they should be fluffy and they should be soft. You should see the cinnamon and the nutmeg running through it. And then the last thing to do is obviously quality control. Yum.